For football that sums up.
Good morning, the Macam Cabby here on Thursday the 21st of March. These days are gone quick, aren't they? And yes, it's a miserable day, raining, and it is blooming cold here in Carlisle. It feels as if the wind from Seaburn's getting blown across here. So I'm going to have a bit crack on today about, you know, how we've all seemed to be like desperate to get out the Championship to get into the Premier League. But is it really that bad being in the Championship? It's a cracking league. It's a really good competitive league. And when you look at the likes of Sheffield United, Burnley, Luton, and many more teams that get promoted, do you really want to get promoted to the Premier League to get absolutely thumped week in, week out, week in, week out? I mean, at least in the Championship, you win a few games. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we've been on a bad run, but if you go to the Premier League and you're not ready, all that cheering to get to the promised land, and when you finally make it, you go, oh, get in, and we're back in the big time. I mean, look at the Burnley fans, the way they celebrated, the Luton fans and Sheffield United. Is it really worth it? Because I mean, if you think it's bad this season, can you imagine being in the Premier League and just getting thumped at home 3-0, 4-0? Well, every game you're just getting just brushed to the side. Do you know what I mean? That'll not be fun, would it? I mean, look, of course I want to get in the Premier League, but it has to be right. It has to be right. You've got to have the squad. You've got to have the resources, and you've got to bloody spend money. We're hardly spending money as it is now. Do you know what I mean? But everybody goes on about the Premier League being, you know, the best league in the world and stuff. Well, it is for the established teams and the teams that's got the money in that. I mean, people say, when you look at Bournemouth, you know, you hear it a lot, don't you? How are they doing so well? Because they've only got like a 12,000 seater stadium. Well, two things: they've managed the squad superbly. You know what I mean? They've done it really, really well. And plus, they're on the south coast. They're near London. If you're near London, then we all know it's an advantage for the start off. The players, they all want to go down there. The wives want to go down there, don't they? So, I don't know. Just imagine rushing into the Premier League. Yeah, and we're all singing songs and we're saying, get in, this and that, the other, and we're chuffed a bit. And yeah, we all know the feeling's just it'd be fantastic. Of course it would. But would you really want to get thumped every week? It'd just be miserable. I've watched Sheffield United loads and stuff when the games have been on Sky, and it's like the gulf between the Championship and the Premier League. I mean, Sheffield United and Burnley blew the Championship away, didn't they, last season? But watching like Sheffield United and that, especially, it's embarrassing watching them, innit? How bad they are. I mean, you're not just talking about the Man City's coming there and wiping the floor with them. It's literally every team that's going there. So, you know, when we all whinge and moan about, oh God, another season in the Championship and that, me personally, I didn't think it's that bad of a league at all. It's look, I'd rather be in the Championship than be in League One, put it this way. It's getting to the stage where the Championship is what the old Premier League used to be back in the 80s when it was the old Division 1. That's the way it's looking at, and the Premier League slowly turning into this Super League. So, as long as Sunderland stay away from the bottom half and we're slowly progressing, which this season it doesn't feel like we're doing so, me personally, I didn't really have a problem being in the Championship. But yes, I do want to see some progression. I do want to see the team getting better. Of course I want to see us doing better than what we have done, especially the last 3 months or so. So I just think didn't rush to get back in the Premier League. It's got to be right. You've got to have the money, you've got to have the funds, and you've got to have a switched on board that knows what they're doing. And at the minute, everybody's a bit sceptical of that. So if we stay in the Championship this season, looks like we're going to stay in the Champion next season and the season after. Is it really that bad? I'd rather be in the Premier League, and we're ready for it. We've got the backing to be in the Premier League, because I didn't fancy. It's bad enough these last few months seeing Sunderland lose like 6 on the bounce, but to get that week in week out from day one right until the end. I mean, I remember when that first season with Mick McCarthy in the Premier League, I think we got the lowest points total, didn't we? It was just utter miserable. It was great going up, but it's like you've got a season that doesn't exist because you're just getting trounced, and I didn't want that. I didn't be wanting to watch Sunderland getting trounced every single week. Like I say, it's bad enough just 6 on the trot in the Championship. So I think we need to get it ready. We need to get it right, should I say? And we need to have that foundation, that structure. And you've really got to strengthen well, because like I say, the gap every season is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and harder for the clubs to stay up. I mean, look at Burnley last season. They played some superb football in the Championship. They were just blowing teams apart here, and they just looked a different class above. So there we go. So anyway, I'm going to go and get my vegetable soup now, and some chilli with a bit of cheese on top. And I'll show you the camera. There we go. Grey skies of Carlisle. And there's my bakery there. One with the mezzanine sticking out. Lovely bakery there. And I'm trying to watch my gut as well. So nice vegetable soup and a little bit of chilli. Better than a Greg's pasty. Anyway. Thanks for all your subs and your comments, and I will reply to every single one of you. Happy Thursday, everyone. Bye.